Deb's mama, reasoning with her daughter Jillian, and they are discussing why should we not follow after the crowd. Let's listen in.
Jillian, school is finally over for this year. Are you glad to be out for the summer?
Yes, I can't wait for the convention and our camping trip.
Well, tell me, what was the best thing about kindergarten?
Art and PE.
Okay. What was the worst part about kindergarten?
Always the holidays and the birthdays. It's hard to be different.
Well, I thought you might say that. That was always the hardest part for me, too. I always knew that it was right for me to do what Jehovah wanted me to do, but it was not always the easiest. Is that how you feel?
Yes.
Well, I know it's going to be a while before you have to face those problems again, but maybe we could take just a minute and remind ourselves why it's okay to be different. Jesus was different. Do you think it was easy for him?
No.
You know, after he was baptized, even Satan himself tried to get Jesus to do some bad things. He tried to get him to change stones into bread and to jump off a cliff to see if the angels would save him. And finally, he wanted Jesus to worship him in exchange for all the kingdoms of the earth. But Jesus knew that serving Jehovah faithfully was the most important thing. Do you remember what Jesus finally said to Satan?
He told Satan to get away from him.
That's right. See, all those things probably look good to Jesus. He was hungry, so the bread looked good. And being given rulership of kingdoms of the earth would be tempting to anybody. But he was still able to resist. Sometimes celebrating birthdays and holidays looks good too, doesn't it?
Yes, it looks like fun.
That's right. See, that's one of the tricks that Satan plays on us to get us to do things that we should not do. But just because everybody else is doing it doesn't make it okay for us to do it, especially because we want to make Jehovah happy. Look at what Jehovah tells us in Exodus chapter 23 and verse 2. I'll let you follow with me on this one. The first part is the most important. It says, "You must not follow after the crowd for evil ends, and you must not testify over a controversy so as to turn aside with the crowd in order to pervert justice." So what this really means and what it's telling us is that we shouldn't do something just because everybody else is doing it. We have to decide for ourselves what we will do and what we'll not do, and we can't let other people change our minds for us and end up doing something that Jehovah doesn't like. Let's also look in Proverbs chapter 1, and we'll read verse 10. Can you read that for me? Give me just a second so I can find it too, okay? Proverbs 1:10.
My son, if
Sinners
sinners try to seduce you, do not
consent.
consent.
Right. See, this is something that we can always remember. If somebody tries to get us to do something that we know is wrong, don't do it. We can just say no, right?
Right.
Jesus did the same thing. See, right now our biggest problem might be the holidays or people celebrating birthdays. But as you get older, they're going to try to get you to do more serious things like smoking or doing drugs or maybe even immoral things that only married people should do. So right now is a good time to practice so that we can be able to tell somebody no if they try to get us to do something that we know is wrong in Jehovah's eyes. Do you think you can do that?
Yes.
Good.